Hey, what's up, Flexers? I am back. I am sorry I missed last week. I had to take some time for myself. There was a lot going on last week, but I am back this week. And I actually today I suffered a little bit or experienced a bit of a disappointment, a medium-sized disappointment. It did gut punch me a little bit, but that is what is kind of fueling today's episode. It does have to do with business. And we'll get back to more assignments and stuff next week because the next few episodes actually are going to go pretty quickly because it's just really textbook stuff that you'll do to actually get your business up and running. But we've done a lot of the tedious work. We've done that up to now. But for this episode, I want to talk about leading with your passion. And it does have a lot to do with your business, especially as you embark upon entrepreneurship. So many people get into entrepreneurship for the wrong reason. They're not passionate about it. They just think that it's the thing to do. You might know somebody in your family who is an entrepreneur, your parents, sister, brother, somebody close, best friend, whatever might be an entrepreneur. So you just kind of feel like that's the direction that you're supposed to go in. And those are the wrong reasons to get into business, being a business owner. You need to be passionate about something. And you can be passionate about something and not be an entrepreneur. So I just want to kind of touch base and just kind of make sure that I really, really drill that point home. Even if you're not interested in being an entrepreneur, there's something within every single episode of this season that you can get and apply to some aspect of your life. And this episode is no different. When I say lead with passion, I wanted to tell a little bit of a story. The day one flexes probably have heard this story. And if you are new here, then, welcome. And I'm going to share this story again. And it kind of segues into something else I kind of want to touch on as well. But when I started doing makeup, in 2006, probably before then, but I started getting into doing makeup professionally in about 2006. And it was something I was extremely passionate about. It was like my family was just really excited because I didn't have a lot that I was really passionate about growing up. I really didn't. And makeup finally kind of awakened something in me that I stuck with, because typically I would be into something for maybe a week or two and then I would move on to something else. But makeup was the first thing that I stuck with for several years. Like I said, up to 2006 until pretty much current, makeup was a passion of mine. And after my grandmother passed away in 2020, I lost a lot of that fire in my belly for applying makeup to my clients. And so I just kind of put it on the back burner and decided to step more into pursuing fashion, which is something that I've loved ever since I can remember. But I no longer had that passion for applying makeup on clients and doing weddings and stuff. I didn't have that passion anymore. But before, I don't want to say fell out of love with makeup, but before I just kind of, decided to take, to step back from it a little bit, there was something that I experienced. So this was what I mean by leading with passion. So passion and fashion, makeup and fashion are two things that have been an intricate part of my life for a very, very long time. And so I'm a creative. I'm a person that loves to create stuff. Just whatever I can create. I love creating stuff, creating all different types of art. For me, they typically have to do with fashion in some realm. So I created these chain eyelashes where I actually hand sewed a chain onto a pair of false lashes, and I shared a picture or a video, but I believe it was, I don't remember if it was a picture or a video. It might have been both. I don't remember. But at any rate, I shared it. I think at the time I had 150 followers on that particular social media page, but I shared it, with the intent of just sharing it with my clients and friends. Just, hey, this is something I created. Here it is. And I will never forget this. I was actually in New York at the time, and then I got a message from the Shade Room. So initially I thought, it's so many scammers and fake pages and crap on Instagram. So initially I thought it was something that was fake. And so I really was going to blow it off. But I looked at it, and then I kind of did my little due diligence and said, oh, it really is them. It really is the Shade Room. And so they wanted to share my chain lashes onto their platform. And if you follow the Shade Room, they have a ton of followers, of which include a lot of celebrities and people and industry people. And so I was like, of course, I was overjoyed. It was something that I created that somebody else, out of all the millions of people that are on Instagram that have way more followers than I do, they found my little account, and something about what I created piqued somebody's interest, and they shared it, and I got over 1 million views. I think it was a video. I got over 1 million views on that video, and made a little bit of money off some sales for those very lashes. But I tell that story because it's also something that I actually discuss with a lot of my friends, especially my older friends that have kids that are teenagers or young adults. And I share this also with business owners or future business owners or aspiring business owners. And I share that story to say this. Nowadays, marketing has gone in such a different direction from when I was actually in college, without aging myself too much. Because when I was in college, Instagram was not a thing. Instagram wasn't a thing. Facebook was around, but Facebook used to, you used to have to be in college in order to get a Facebook account. Like, you had to register with your college email address in order to be able to be on Facebook. Like, it wasn't open to the public like it is now. And even if I look at my marketing books from back then to now, there's no mention of social media as an option for promoting or marketing your business. It just was not a thing. So, anyway, I say that to say that now social media has become such an intricate part of our daily lives for just personal use, sometimes professional use, but the biggest use has been for marketing. And I know a lot of people, and I'm speaking a lot to the younger generation, and particularly, and also business owners or aspiring business owners. So many people put so much emphasis on likes and follows. And I get it, if you're an influencer or whatever, I'd understand, yeah, that's a part of your craft, but most of us aren't. Most business owners are not influencers. That's not their business. They have a different type of business that they're wanting to promote or market on social media. And so I told that story, and I say all of that to say this. The Shade Room, which is a multi-million, I'm pretty sure they have more than several million followers. They have a really large reach. This huge publication found me, this huge account found me with 150 followers, and saw something in what I created, saw something in my creation, or in my art, if you will, that was unique enough for them to share it. So I say all of that to say that it doesn't matter how many followers you have. It doesn't matter how many likes you get on a post. It doesn't matter. When you lead with your passion, which is what I was doing, the right people will find you. You never know who's watching you. I have had so many different opportunities. I've been featured in a magazine twice. I have had the Shade Room incident. I've had the corporate people from Facebook reach out to me for various opportunities. I've gotten to talk about my business in front of the Texas state senator. You know, I've had so many opportunities, and those opportunities were afforded to me not because of how many followers I have, but those opportunities were afforded to me because I've always led with my passion. And so I'm a huge believer that if you lead with what you are passionate about, everything else will fall into place. And another thing that I do whenever I am on social media, because I'm not a person that really cares for social media all that much. Anybody who follows me, a lot of times my posts are few and far between because social media is just not my jam. It's not, I really don't like it. Like I said, I'm old school. I'm from the era where we didn't have Instagram and all this other stuff and Twitter and all that. So I'm just old school in that regard, but it's just not something that moves me. And I acknowledge that, and that will be the part of my business or my marketing that I will most likely outsource because I'm not interested in keeping and juggling a whole bunch of social media accounts. But one of the things that I do whenever I'm on social media is I post with a purpose. And so that's what I challenge everybody to do. Post with a purpose. The reason that my posts are few and far between, because if I don't have anything to say, I'm not posting anything. You know, whenever I post something, there's a method to my madness. Whenever I decide to post something, if it's a quote or whatever, sometimes God is putting something on my heart to share with somebody, you know, and I'm obedient because it's something that somebody needs, that somebody who follows me or somebody who's going to come across my page needs to see. And so whenever I post, there's always a purpose to my post. So I challenge everybody to do that with your business. Post with the purpose. Don't just post something just for the sake of having a whole bunch of posts out there and all of that. Post with a purpose. That is so important. You know, but before you post anything, make sure that you're leading with your passion first. Lead with your passion always. And after you lead with your passion, post with the purpose. You know, because even now, I still, the accounts that I have on Instagram, the maximum account number of followers I have on one is like around 500, you know, followers. And then again, a lot of these on the accounts that I have, most of them are my friends or clients. And to be completely honest with you, if I have an account with 200 people and let's say half of them are followers, if I have, or hell, even 50 of them are followers, 50 people is more than enough for me to be able to make a reasonable business off of. You know, if I have 15, if I'm out here doing makeup and out of those 50 people, they themselves will be utilizing my makeup services or they know somebody who would need makeup services that they can refer me to. And so based off of those 50 people can give me so much business just from 50 of my followers. So don't place so much emphasis on likes and follows. But you need to put your emphasis, if you're going to place your attention and your and your time anywhere, place it on cultivating whatever your craft is. Put your time, effort, attention, and money on your craft and your whatever it is that you're passionate about. That's where the bulk of your time should be. And then post, like I said, with a purpose. If your purpose leads you to post every day, cool. If your purpose leads you to post once a week, that's cool too. You know, once every 2 weeks, hey, that's cool. Like I said, I posted, I think at the point in time that I had posted those lashes, I think the last time before then that I had posted something might have been like several months prior. You know, so the right people will see you. Whatever what God has for you is for you, and there's nothing that anybody can do to take that away from you. It was meant for that post to go viral, if you will. I don't know if that's what viral is. I don't know, really don't care, but it was meant for me to post that. That was going to happen no matter what. Whoever saw was going to see, God intended for whoever it was that worked there to see that post and share it, you know, to get me the sales that I needed at that time. So that really is pretty much all I had to say, but I really just wanted to get on here and I cannot stress that enough about leading with your passion. Like, seriously, lead with your passion, because it is so important. And as long as you keep that passion, everything else will fall into place. It really will. And as long as you keep that fire in your belly for whatever it is that you want to do, this whole business journey and roller coaster won't be as bad as long as you're doing it for the right reasons. You know, so that's really all I had to say for today. I have a lot going on, a lot going on. So, I want you guys to continue to work on your businesses. By now, you should have figured out what you want your business structure to be. You should already know what it is that you want to do. You know, you should be working on yourselves and setting your intentions. You should have done a vision board or a mood board, you know, or wrote down a list of goals. You know, you should have done a lot of back work, a lot of the boring stuff, you know, first. We're getting all that stuff out of the way first. And then after that, the next is going to be the stuff that I like, that I think is fun. You know, I'm a bit of a math nerd, so it might not be fun for you, but it's fun for me. But the next stuff is a little easier, and it's more fun in my opinion. But the next steps you need to start thinking about, if you haven't already, start thinking about your business name, and think about what you want to name your business. And don't only just think about what you want to name your business, also Google it to make sure nobody else has it. You know, and then we'll get into more of that in the future episodes. But now is a good time for you to start thinking about, what do I want to call my business? And that's something that you should think long and hard about. It should be something that really speaks to you. Don't just pull something out of a hat because you just want to hurry up and name it something real quick. It should have some meaning. You should spend some time on what you want to name your business. So that's going to be the next thing. And then, yeah. So, next week we're going to recap on where we should be at that point. And then I will probably lay out how the rest of the season is going to go. And, so we're getting on track to starting those businesses very, very, very soon. So, thank you guys for listening, and thank you for your patience with me as I journey through life, just like all of us are doing in these pandemic times. But I wish everybody great health and happiness, and I cannot wait to hear and see and even patronize some of y'all's businesses. So I will see you guys next week, and have a great weekend. Peace.